Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles need no introduction. They're a worldwide pop culture phenomena that's been around for 25 years now, and they continue to stay strong. However, as time went by, different continuities and incarnations of the Turtles started to exist. The most notable and well-known were the 1980s, early 90s cartoon series and the 2003 cartoon series. Both generated their own fan base and were very popular among their own generation of young fans. First of all, let me begin by saying that Ninja Turtles started off as a comic book, not a cartoon. I know all you hardcore fans of the old cartoon are most likely putting your hands on your ears going, la 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 la, I don't hear you, la 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 la, the comic book doesn't exist, la 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 la, it was always a cartoon to begin with, la 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 la. Well, deny it all you want, the classic comics are not to be confused with the comic books published by Archie. These were more like a TV show, but took place in an entirely different continuity, even though it borrowed elements from the cartoon. Anyway, Peter Laird and Kevin Eastman were the creators of the classic comic book, and they had little involvement in the cartoon that followed, despite designing some of the characters such as Bebop and Rocksteady. Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird have also been criticized for not liking the cartoon much, and some people refuse to acknowledge them as the creators of the Ninja Turtles at all. Instead, they give credit to Fred Wolf, the producer of the old cartoon series, to be the creator, but he wasn't. I'm sorry. I hate to break it to you guys, but without Eastman, Laird, and this gem of a comic, the 80s cartoon you love so dearly would have never existed, and neither would the Ninja Turtles in general. Deny it all you want, but it's the truth. It managed to gain a cult following that eventually allowed it to start merchandising. They approached Playmates for an action figure deal based on the characters, but the company was skeptical. I mean, can you blame them? They said they'd be willing to do it if they could strike a cartoon deal, and that's when the 80s cartoon you all know and love so dearly came to be. However, it was drastically changed from the comic book to be more kid-friendly. It was a huge hit, and as a result, tons of merchandise was made no matter how stupid it was. The kids just ate it up. Then later came a movie, which actually was much different from the cartoon, much darker in tone, and certain characters were changed around. Now, why do you think that is? Simple. Events of the movie were taken straight from the original comic books, with certain differences, of course, the main one being that it was originally Leonardo who was attacked and injured by the Shredder, while in the movie, it was Raphael. Soon, other movies came along, and the franchise continued for a few years until the cartoon got cancelled. A while later, a new show came up called Ninja Turtles: The Next Mutation. Yeah, let's do ourselves a favor and stay as far away from that one as possible. And after that, another new cartoon was made, but this one, unlike the first, was heavily supervised by Peter Laird and heavily influenced by the comics. So as you could imagine, this one was much more faithful to the comic, darker, and overall a more modern take on Ninja Turtles. However, as a result, it was extremely different from the old cartoon, and a lot of people who grew up with the older cartoon really hated the series because it was nothing like the cartoon they remembered. Because the two shows are so different, there has been a major war between Turtles fans over which cartoon is superior. It seems anyone who grew up with the old cartoon hates and ridicules the newer one, and vice versa. As a fan of both cartoons, I ask you, can't we all just get along?
No way!
Does the phrase, "go suck a lemon," hold any meaning for you?
Yeah, I thought so. Anyway, I've decided to do my own Ninja Turtles battle. Which Turtles series is really the superior one? Well, I'm going to be giving my opinions based on what I've seen. I've literally watched every single Ninja Turtles episode from both shows, and before I go on, yes, I got my idea from the Nostalgia Critics' old versus new segments. But being that the made-for-TV movie, that is, by the way, a crossover of the old and new Turtles, is going to come out soon, I think now's the time to finally analyze and compare the two. This is classic TMNT versus the new TMNT.